So there's obviously been the stuff about the European Super League, which we've done 2 or 3 videos now. I've actually forgotten that are out on our YouTube page and available to listen elsewhere. So make sure you check them out if you've missed it. So that literally talks you from start to finish, as of time of recording, everything that we know about the European Super League. And we've also done many articles as well on the website about the teams that have pulled out and all other news regarding it. However, there has been some news within the last few hours. Barcelona have said that they are staying in the so-called Super League despite it being dead. So 9 of the 12 teams have pulled out. That's all 6 Premier League clubs, and AC Milan and Inter Milan and Atletico Madrid in Spain have pulled out. So that leaves Real Madrid, Juventus, and Inter Milan in the tournament still.
You said Inter Milan. I thought they withdrew.
Well, there had been rumours. I think it was Tuesday night or last night.
I thought they did a statement.
At that statement, I think it turned out to be like they were just going to talk about it, and there, some reason, Laporta, the president of Barcelona, seems to have had a change of mind and has decided, actually, we need to, because our financial situation is in the absolute shitters.
It's in the shitters, but because winning the league isn't going to help us.
Exactly. Because that's why I'm not surprised that both the big Spanish teams, Real Madrid and Barcelona, have stayed in it, because they have been in really bad financial trouble over the last 12 months. Like, their stuff has been really massively reported. Like, they're closing in on 1 billion, if not surpassed 1 billion euros in debt. So it makes no surprise that them two have stayed in. And again, no surprise Juventus, because of what Andrea Agnelli and Alexander Ceferin, the UEFA president, have been saying about each other over these past 3-4 days. It's absolutely crazy, but understandable why they are the 3 teams that are left in it.
Potentially. But they're talking about money issues, and we need to stay in this because we need the money. Well, tough shit, lads, because your competition doesn't even exist, so you're not going to be getting any money anyway.
Yeah, and they're not even like the only 3 teams in the world that have been suffering. Every club in the world of football has suffered financially due to the loss of fans not being in the stadiums for over 12 months now.
If you're going to spend 90 million on Eden Hazard, you deserve all the punishment you get.
And over 100 million on Philip Coutinho as well. Like you said, it's stupid and warranted for them to do. But Perez has been on TV one TV interview and one radio. He did the TV interview with El Chiringuito and El Laguaro, I think it was, last night on the radio. The funny thing I saw after that was someone said he spoke for 90 minutes, which is quite coincidental, saying he wanted to, considering he said he wanted to shorten down the game length because people don't have the attention span.
Well, the 16 to 24-year-olds have already turned off.
Exactly. Not paid attention, according to him. It is the biggest load of fucking rubbish I've ever heard.
I love how he went straight for the English club there. It's like, well, one of them didn't like it, and then the others followed them like cowards.
Jesus, mate. Be realistic here. It was a stupid idea that was always going to get knocked down from the way you talked about it. If you'd said, oh, maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 of the 12 or 15 members would be guaranteed there, and then at least 10 places open for grabs, or say, I don't know, the winners every year are guaranteed to return, but the other places are open for grabs, that will make it more entertaining and open, and fans would probably agree to that. But it's the fact he said that all them founding members were always going to be there, and it was only the 5 places that were ever changed. And I think that's what's received the most backlash from it, is because of that.
Well, I think the only thing we realised from all this is that Florentino Perez is the most delusional man in all of football.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how he's got away with it for so long.
The perfect phrase for this book is very simple. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Great reference to SpongeBob, which a lot of 16 to 24-year-olds would know.
As a 16 to 24-year-old, yeah.
So he's keep lambasting his usual bollocks. There's been a lot of talk about what will happen with the English clubs, whether they will be punished for it or not. I've seen a statement from Luton Town CEO Gary Sweet, and he put out a good saying like, when they got into financial trouble back 10 years or so ago now, they got hit with the worst penalty they could do, and that was like a 30-point fine, and they were obviously eventually relegated from the league. And something needs to happen similar to the top 6 clubs because of these actions. There's been a lot of calls for the owners of these big 6 clubs to get out. Gary Neville and Jamie Carragher have been vocal about their clubs. There's been a lot of Arsenal supporters being vocal about wanting Stan Kroenke out. I've seen obviously nothing on Chelsea and Man City getting kicked out or wanting, like, any of their fans wanting their owners to sell up. Not as much as United and Chelsea and Arsenal.
Of course, those two aren't. Their owners are the only reason they have any sort of success.
Exactly.
So the whole thing's just a bit messed up. Because we said it the other day as well that we don't really know what the right punishment is.
No, because...
But the argument that you obviously said, it's completely right as well. It wasn't the fans' fault when Wigan, like earlier this season.
Yeah, they got took over, and within a week or so they were placed into administration. You're like, wait, you can't do that? Like, you shouldn't be allowed to do that, but they've obviously got away with it. So I mean, there was even protests at Man United's training ground earlier on this morning. Fans managed to storm, get past security and have a protest outside, like, the area where players entrance to the actual facility, and then by one of the pitches that United have, basically saying Glazers out, before Ollie and I think maybe 1 or 2 players managed to convince them, like, this is actually, although what you're doing is like right in your beliefs, it's also like you're trespassing and breaking law by staging a protest in private land. I think one of the United and Liverpool owners will sell up within the next few months. I think
it always feels.
Not too sure who will go first.
I don't think it feels slightly untenable for the Glazers. But we haven't seen how Liverpool fans are going to really ramp it up. Like, we've seen it years ago. When they did it with the last American owners, they may follow suit with this one.
Yeah. They just definitely don't. Like, from what I've seen, obviously I don't follow many Liverpool fans, not knowing many, but they do seem angry at John Henry and the rest of Fenway Sports Group, and want them gone for how they've done this situation. And I'm not surprised. And like, I saw one post earlier, and it was just a little screen grab of John Henry's little interview that he did, and they're saying you can tell he doesn't mean it because he looks like he's reading off a teleprompter if you look through his glasses, and you're like, even if that isn't true, I kind of like, you get the feeling where he doesn't act. Him and the Glazers are just seeing these as business opportunities.
Just all these statements, it's the PR machine just rolling it out, like, all right, at least they're actually being vocal, but you can't believe them.
Yeah, like, this is the most I've ever heard Joel Glazer speak in 15, 17 years, however long it is they've been at the club. I've never heard a man speak so much in my life, and I still haven't heard his fucking voice. Like, it's through written statements that he's just obviously co-signed his name to at the bottom. He doesn't give 2 shits.
Yeah. The whipping boy's already gone. So
yeah. And if that came out today saying it's because he doesn't agree with this whole Super League, how bad must you be as owners if Ed Woodward's not agreeing with you?
That has to be BS. That has to be. The timing of the resignation said it all.
Well, it does scream Like you say, it is a load of rubbish, and he's been their trusted ally because he was a part of JP Morgan in '99. He was the one that helped broker the deal for Man United to be sold to the Glazers, and he's been their ever trusted right hand man. So I think he's gone from the backlash from fans and realizing, oh shit, these lot don't actually want me here now because of how bad this is, and I want to get out and make.
I finally realised after all these years that they don't want me.
Yeah, I know. By me saying I'm going because I don't agree with it, is pushing the blame onto the Glazers more and deflecting it off myself. And you're like, actually, you're still in the same boat as us.